Good morning, everyone. This is Angelos Zittis from IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 18th of July. Theresa May wins important vote in Parliament. On Tuesday, Prime Minister May won the Customs Union vote against an amendment to trade legislation. Very surprisingly, the vote was won thanks to help from the Labour Party. Parliament voted 307 to 301 against an amendment to trade legislation in a vote that was closely followed by currency markets. The vote was considered a test of May's ability to deliver a British exit from the European Union and keep her job. It must be noted that earlier May lost on a separate vote, which forced her to keep Britain inside the EU's regulatory regime for medicines. Prime Minister May has been under huge pressure and doubt coming from her own country, and in our opinion, the win of yesterday's important vote provides some confidence for future developments. Furthermore, earlier on Tuesday, Bank of England's Marc Carney warned that the consequences of a no-Brexit deal could significantly hurt European financial markets. Additional news for the Brexit or the UK political scene could create volatility on the Great British Pound. Despite May's win on the vote, cable moved in a bearish sentiment yesterday, forcing us to rearrange our support and resistance levels. It is our opinion that the UK inflation data to be released today in the European morning could provide some support for the pound. From a technical perspective, it must be stated that the RSI indicator on the 4-hour chart is very near the reading of 30, which could imply an oversold market with the potential to change direction for the day. Should the bulls take over, we could see the pair breaking the 131.50 resistance line, continuing higher, aiming for the 131.92 resistance level. In the opposite, if the bears dominate the pair's direction, we could see the pair breaking the 131.04 support line and aim for the 130.74 support barrier. Powell's testimony helps boost the US dollar. The dollar rallied yesterday after Chairman Powell said the Fed will continue to slowly raise interest rates for now. Powell stated that the reason to keep inflation near its target amid robust conditions in the US labor market. Comments like the job market has strengthened and inflation has increased mostly due to gasoline and energy prices stand out. He also added unemployment was at its lowest and that US economy grew in a solid pace for the first half of 2018. Basically, a revision of the positive economic outlook in the US set the US dollar bulls free during the American session. EURUSD dropped during the Powell's testimony and landed very near our 116.40 support level. Today in the European morning, the pair could follow up on a sideways movement as the financial data to be released from the Eurozone could be neutral for the common currency. However, in the American session, the pair may prove to be sensitive to the US financial data to be released or Fed Chairman Powell testimony later on. Should the pair find extensive buying orders along its path, we could see it rising and breaking the 117.15 resistance line. Should it come under selling interest by the market, we could see the pair aiming for the 116.40 support barrier. At this point, a small comment must be made on crude oil, as the commodity has dropped approximately $5 in the past 7 days. The Trump-Putin meeting plunged oil prices as comments made from both presidents indicated a joint attempt to regulate oil prices. Also, the US considerations on waivers on countries importing oil from Iran helped drop prices. In today's other economic highlights, in the European session, we get UK inflation data along with the European inflation data for June. In the American session, we get the building permits and housing starts, both for June. Later in the American session, we get the EIA weekly crude oil stocks reading. And as of speakers in the American session, Fed Chair Powell speaks again. For more information, please read the full comment on IronFX.com. or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. You can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Angelos Zittis from IronFX wishing you solid trading.